closed. The tornado sirens in Chicago as this moves up through the Midwest, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, across to New York. The deadly balcony collapse, at least 6 dead, falling 4 stories, many in the hospital. And new questions about the construction. Was the wood treated? The former NAACP leader breaking her silence tonight, still saying she is black, despite the childhood photos. You will hear her explanation right here. And the major development in the hunt for the escaped killers, the discovery in the pipes. And the prison worker's husband, we ask what he makes of the allegations against his wife.
From ABC News World Headquarters, this is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and you can see it right over my shoulder here tonight, that massive tropical storm hitting the coast today and traveling north at this hour, bringing torrential rains and dangerous flooding. And here's another view from space tonight. It's not just the rain, a tornado watch across parts of Texas, flash flood watches from Texas all the way up to Illinois. Further north, 24 hours of brutal weather, a waterspout over Lake Michigan. In Cleveland, look at this, I-90 underwater. There were rescues today, a wall cloud rolling in over Chicago. And the path in the next 48 hours, 70 million Americans will feel these storms. Meteorologist Rob Marciano leading us off from Texas.
Barreling ashore, Tropical Storm Bill pummeling the Texas coast. Winds to 60 miles per hour. In nearby Galveston, rough waves crashing onto beaches, spilling onto streets.
Tropical Storm Bill now coming ashore at nearly hurricane strength. A formidable storm, no doubt.
Storm surge turning coastal homes into islands in San Luis Pass, engulfing palm trees and street signs. Tim Oberg from our affiliate KTRK was on the scene in Palacios.
The rain is coming sideways. It is certainly, you can tell that this is whipping around the eye.
The storm pressuring this bank's roof in Clear Lake to collapse. But tonight, the real fear with this storm across the waterlogged region is the rain. More than half of all deaths from tropical cyclones come from flooding. After the rainiest May ever, incredible pictures. Look at this Austin restaurant flooding in just seconds over Memorial Day. Images like this seared into the memories of Texans. Those storms dumping 35 trillion gallons of water on the state.
Wow, never seen anything like it.
In Houston, residents preparing for what could come. The shelves at this supermarket completely cleaned out as people get ready to ride out the storm as it makes its way inland and heads toward Oklahoma and the Midwest. And from the Midwest to the Northeast, the last 24 hours bring intense severe weather. Tornado warnings clearing the stands at Chicago's Wrigley Field last night. A funnel cloud spotted on Lake Michigan. And this morning in Ohio, flash flooding stranding cars. This man rescued from his car, completely submerged.
That rescue there in Ohio just shows the scope and breadth of this severe weather across the country tonight. Rob with us now from, believe it or not, that is downtown Houston, Rob?
Yeah, David, this is the main river that slices through Houston. Buffalo Bayou still high from those epic floods last month. The main threat tonight, believe it or not, tornadoes. We've got a tornado watch out for a good chunk of the eastern part of this state. And then by tomorrow morning, what's left of Bill will be across Dallas. Heavy rain there. Waco, even Houston, potentially flash flooding here tomorrow night into Oklahoma City. They're saturated. By Thursday, St. Louis and a good chunk of the Midwest, David, gets a piece of this action too.
And Rob, you were telling me this rain lasts through Friday. So when it's all said and done, how much rain are we talking about for much of this country?
A multi-day event, David, and places even like upstate New York will see 2 to 3 inches. Pittsburgh, back through Chicago, will see several inches. And then here in Texas, right along the path of that storm, over 6 inches of rainfall in places like Houston. Clearly don't need any more of that water, David.
All right, Rob Marciano leading us off from Houston. Rob, thanks. We're going to turn now to that deadly balcony collapse in California. The death toll in Berkeley growing. At least 6 people killed when a small balcony crowded with people collapsed. The dramatic images tonight, that balcony before and then after. Landing on the balcony below, the people on it then sent plummeting 4 stories. Those students celebrating a 21st birthday party, and tonight questions about the construction. Among them, was that wood treated, and was it a factor? ABC's Cecilia Vega in Berkeley tonight.
The 4th floor balcony was packed with partiers when it came crashing down overnight.
All the balconies broke.
Students, many visiting from Ireland here to work for the summer, falling more than 40 feet to the street below.
We got 3 patients on the ground need treatment. They're on backboards but need further treatment.
Emergency crews racing to the scene just blocks away from the UC Berkeley campus. Fellow students heard the horror.
It was just a loud crash and then silence for a couple of minutes and then just screaming. That was all I heard, really.
The building not even a decade old. Here's the balcony before and after, completely detached, perched precariously on the balcony below. 6 people now dead, 7 other students seriously injured. You think 13 people were on this balcony at the time of the collapse?
Yes.
That's a lot of people.
Yes. Right now, we're just trying to figure out what caused this collapse.
The weight limit on that balcony, 3,000 pounds. The 13 students would have had to weigh more than 230 pounds each to reach that. Experts say dry rot may have weakened the wooden joints if they weren't properly sealed, water soaking in until the wood was ready to snap. Witnesses say those students were all celebrating until it ended so tragically.
One of the girls had blood on her knees. A couple of the girls had no shoes because they couldn't get back into the apartment.
They told you they were here celebrating.
It was a 21st birthday party.
And that balcony still hanging out here behind me tonight. The other balconies in this complex off limits as investigators try to find out what happened out here. The owners of this building releasing a statement to us tonight, David, saying that resident safety is the highest priority. David?
Cecilia Vega on the scene for us. Thank you. Now to the growing debate tonight over that former NAACP leader breaking her silence. Tonight, she says she still considers herself black, despite those images as an adult and as a teenager years earlier. This evening, she explains it all in her own words. Here's Steve Osunsami now.
I felt very isolated with my identity.
She may be the most controversial NAACP chapter president ever, born into a white family. But tonight, she's not backing down, telling MSNBC that she's been black for a long time.
I've really gone there with the experience in terms of being a mother of 2 black sons and really owning what it means to experience and live blackness.
Rachel Dolezal, who resigned from the civil rights group Monday under fire, says even as a white child living in Montana, she knew she was black.
From a very young age, felt I don't know if it was a spiritual, visceral, just very instinctual connection with black is beautiful, just the black experience.
She made headlines when she struggled to say if she was black or white. Back home in Spokane tonight, civil rights workers she once led are saying she's still lying.
That's my concern. Don't lie. Tell the truth.
There was a moment in 2002 on her long road to blackness when she was insisting she was white. She filed this lawsuit against historically black Howard University, saying she was passed over for teaching positions at the graduate school because she was Caucasian. The case was dismissed. She now says she's transracial in the way some are transgendered, and experts say that's for real. But her estranged parents say she's as white as they are. She says as a girl she preferred the brown crayons to the peach ones and now lives in blackness. Tonight across Black America, there are some who are saying, have at it. David?
Steve Osunsami, thank you. Major developments tonight in that manhunt. 2 convicted killers escaping, breaking out of prison. The female prison worker, of course, behind bars, accused of helping them. Well, tonight, her husband visiting her in jail, and our reporter right there asking him about the allegations against his wife. As the search takes a new turn, that small town under siege for 11 days, officials now conceding tonight they don't know where the convicts are. And this evening, new clues hidden in the pipe that led those men to freedom. ABC's Gio Benitez reporting it again.
Tonight, Lyle Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell, Gio Benitez with ABC News. How's your wife doing right now? The husband of the prison worker accused of helping 2 murderers escape, running from our cameras. He was tight-lipped, but law enforcement sources are not. They are now investigating whether Joyce Tilly Mitchell may have helped the convicts escape because she believed they would help kill her husband. What do you make of the reports that she was trying to have you killed? Tonight, officials believe the trail of the killers has gone cold and are wondering if they had someone else helping them beyond Mitchell, who has pleaded not guilty.
I don't know for any reason for a fact that she's plan A, plan B, or plan C. I would find it hard to believe with the time that they've had to plan that and to think that out and to set so much up to get to that point that they would have taken along somebody, that would have been baggage to them.
Tonight, ABC News learning David Sweat and Richard Matt had planned for months, exploring the underground pipes they used to escape, even leaving themselves notes